My name is Ann Riggs, and I am with Italian Plasterworks and the California School of Italian Plasters. The purpose of this video is to point out elements of technique that are crucial in delivering high-quality execution of your work. Sean Johnson is a craftsman with more than 20 years experience in the wall finishing industry. He is going to be doing a bicolore Veneziano high polished plaster in a big wall in the Italian Plasterworks showroom, and during this process we are going to point out the crucial elements that you need to know. As fine wall finishes gain popularity in the U.S., many are interested in learning this craft. At the California School of Italian Plasters, we teach a 5-day course as we believe it takes 5 days of supervision to get it. So in this video, we are not trying to teach Venetian plaster application. We are, though, pointing out 3 elements necessary to produce consistent, high-quality work. The first element is rhythm. Once you've acquired a basic level of understanding of materials and have had some training, you will need to practice a lot on large surfaces. A full sheet of drywall is perfect. Like learning anything, if you don't practice regularly, you will fail to develop the correct hand and eye coordination. As you keep practicing, you will start to develop your own rhythm, or in the industry we call this your own hand. Your own hand is individualistic and will become automatic. Similar to a dance routine you've practiced 1,000 times. You can vary your speed and the size of the steps, yet it's the same routine. While you're practicing and developing your hand, it's vital that you're conscious of the next element, producing a consistently inconsistent pattern. Your hand must consist of different size strokes going in different directions. Watch Sean apply and you'll see that he's repeating the same dance over and over. If you watch me or another professional, you will see a slightly different dance, but we are varying the size of the strokes and the directions we are taking the plaster. At the end of the day, you shouldn't be able to tell that 2 different people have worked in the room. The result will look organic. With applicators that haven't developed a sophisticated hand, you tend to see a seagull pattern. Unfortunately, seagulling, as we call it in the industry, is a natural movement for beginners. Watch though how even though Sean is doing the same dance over and over, the plaster he's laying down doesn't look like wallpaper. The last element we are going to touch on is composition. In design and art, composition refers to the planning and or arrangement of form and color. Before you start to apply plaster, you have to know how it's going to read when you are done. In our case, the purpose of this application is to create a sample that will catch people's eye from outside the studio. You will need to take into account the setting. This sample starts 10 feet in the air. If one is going to read that it has 2 colors, then the organic shapes have to be larger if this was, say, in your bedroom. If Sean was up there doing his consistently inconsistent dance in a tiny scope, it would look like one color of mud from down here. As the context is one of being an eye catcher for Italian Plasterworks, it needs to be on the bold or loud side of things. We chose a 60-40 ratio of brown-blue to achieve this. If this were on a ceiling 20 feet in the air, we would do the same thing. In someone's home, we would create a much more subtle effect, being smaller in scope, and probably have a ratio of colors closer to 85 to 15. So to recap, if you want your Venetian plaster application results to be excellent, you must 1. Create your own rhythm. You do this through practice, practice, practice in a manner so that your results are consistently inconsistent. Once that is achieved, you can control your composition, which is how is this going to be experienced by others.